What's going on, everybody? You have Tone here, back with another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle, this time bringing you guys the Team Builder and battle for the PBA Season 2 Week Number 1, where we are taking on Lars, the coach of the Termanitar. If you guys missed my draft analysis, there will be a playlist in the description, so you can check out the Pokemon we drafted, why we drafted it, and all that good stuff. Also, be sure to check out my opponent Lars, as well as all the other coaches taking part in the PBA for season number 2. This is going to be a super fun season. I'm really stoked about the team that I ended up drafting for this league, and sorry to get the season on the road for sure. On to the matchup, though. You see my team on the left and my opponent's team on the right. He has some insane strong threats on his team. He has the access to Tera Sneasler, which can be a big problem without proper building. And of course, he paired up Sneasler with Spectrier, a formidable offensive core, since Sneasler can handle the normal and dark types that Spectrier cannot deal with, cannot touch with Shadow Ball or do much damage to. Granted, Spectrier does get access to Draining Kiss for dark types, but the more it can spam Shadow Ball, the better. Has some bulky Pokemon with Tinglu for Stealth Rock and Spikes. Heatran as well for another Stealth Rocker and Fire Immunity. Mew, while it lost a bunch of coverage moves between Gen 8 and Gen 9, it's still a very formidable Pokemon. Don't think it's broken at all. Enamorastarian is a very bulky fairy type in general, can be an annoying set with like Calm Mind. Alomomola, one of his other Tera captains, can keep his entire team healthy with Wish. Serena for rapid spin support and ground resist, a ground immunity, and some speed with Noivern. Another spinner and a ghost immunity with Kamala, and Tera Pikachu, because why not? Not a bad Pokemon at all for 1 point. But moving on, the team I ended up building for this week is a pretty fun one. Kicking things off, we have our main win con for the team. We have a Hisuian Lilligant with the Covert Cloak, Close Combat, Tera Blast, Victory Dance, and Synthesis with Tera Ghost. Close Combat plus Tera Ghost hits Lars' entire team for neutral damage, which let me forego the need for Leaf Blade. I don't really need it in this matchup. Granted, I could hit Alomomola super effectively, and Tinglu, but Tinglu's already weak to Close Combat, and hitting Alomomola super effectively with Leaf Blade doesn't really do me that much, especially considering after a Victory Dance I get 2 a KO, even physically defensive Alomomola with Close Combat. Granted, I hit my moves. And then Victory Dance obviously boosted stats. And the fourth move I have Synthesis, basically due to the fact that after a few Victory Dances, I can use any of the physical attackers on Lars' team as setup fodder. So stuff like Alomomola, stuff like Serena, even Sneasler, after a few Victory Dances can become setup fodder for my Hisuian Lilligant. And we have Covert Cloak just to ensure that we do not have to worry about the nasty side effects that Sneasler's Dire Claw can ensue. So I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about getting Lava Plume burned by Heatran or any other side effects for any of his other attacks. And of course, Tera Ghost not only provides me with perfect neutral coverage against his entire team, it also gives me an immunity to Sneasler's Close Combat and a resistance to Sneasler's Dire Claw as well. EV Spread. With 216 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature, I guarantee outspeed Timid or Jolly Max Speed Mew. The 44 attack EVs ensures that after a Victory Dance, Tera Ghost, Tera Blast will always knock out a max HP Mew if it's not physically defensive or Cassibberry. And we went near max HP to increase Hisuian Lilligant's bulk to make it easier to set up on passive Pokemon like Alomomola and Tinglu without Whirlwind. So that is Hisuian Lilligant. Next up is my Spadef Assault Vest Electros. Since my team does not have a normal type, Spectrier can spam Shadow Ball pretty freely. Granted, I do have a Chien-Pao, but Chien-Pao is not the type of Pokemon that wants to be taking attacks in general. So here we have Spadef AV Electros to alleviate that pressure on the team and gives me a means of switching into Spectrier if needed. Spectrier cannot 2 KO me with Shadow Ball unless it has a Nasty Plot boost, and if it's Nasty Plot, that means it's not like Choice or like Choice Scarf, whatever, so I can always revenge kill it with my Chien-Pao, but it's not Cobra Berry. But regardless, Electros also gives me a means of switching and taking hits from stuff like Heatran, Enamorastarian, and even Noivern. for the most part, and Mew if it's not like physical DD or something like that. We have Discharge to have a chance to spread paralysis, slow down his team a bit. U-turn for momentum against Pokemon like Ting-Lu. Giga Drain to get recovery back on Pokemon like Ting-Lu and Alomomola. And the fourth move is Dragon Tail, just to ensure that I don't have to worry about any setup sweepers like SD Sneasler, Nasty Plot, Spectrier, DD Mew, stuff like that. So yeah, we are full Spadef here to ensure I can take those special hits. I am also Sassy Nature and 0 IVs in speed to ensure that Electros is slower than Ting-Lu and Enamorous Darien, so the Electros can take the hit instead of something else. So if Ting-Lu wants to go for Whirlwind, I will know because this Electros is slower than uninvested Ting-Lu. And if Enamorous wants to go for an attack, it can attack and do damage to my Electros, but I get to slow U-turn out into something like my Chien-Pao or my Garchomp or whatever. So yeah, that's the idea with the Electros. Has to be a special sponge for the team. Then we have my sort of impression of Vincoon, in a sense, with my speedy Vaporeon. This is basically just here to get some surprise kills, and it's just a really, really good mon in general. His water resist is Alomomola and Serena. Alomomola I can set up on, if it's not like Baton Pass or something, and then Serena I can surprise it, which is why I have so much speed. 224 EVs in speed with Termanitar lets me guarantee outspeed Adamant max speed Serena, and I can surprise that thing with a Nice Beam. 64 HP EVs just gives me 1 point higher than a leftovers number, so its number divisible by 16. And the rest I just threw into defense to just take hits better from stuff like Sneasler or any of his other physical attackers. Surf plus Ice Beam hits everything. I don't need to worry about trying to hit Alomomola because I can use that thing for setup fodder anyway. Calm Mind to boost Vaporeon's damage output. And the fourth move I have is Protect. Protect is just basically here to scout for like... it scouts for like certain moves, like I'm trying to think of the one move I was thinking of. Basically like scouts for like Taunt or even Baton Pass, like stuff like that in general. I can also scout for like Switcheroo on Noivern if it wants to get like Trick Me or something. So yeah, that sort of stuff could come up. And then the last thing is, since Vaporeon is also one of my Tera captains, Vaporeon is Tera Poison, just in case Hisuian Lilligant doesn't get the job done. I do have my terrestrialization in the back. I have Tera Poison on Vaporeon. This gives me another means of switching into Sneasler. And on top of that, it does allow me to resist Enamorous Darien's Moonblast, so that can become setup fodder. The downside is I no longer check Heatran, and I become weaker to Enamorous Darien's coverage moves like Earth Power, but it's more so for the Sneasler than the Enamorous Darien. I have ways to deal with that as well. Next up is my offensive Stealth Rock Garchomp here. Just like Hisuian Lilligant with Fighting plus Ghost coverage, Earthquake plus Stone Edge hits Lars' entire team at least for neutral damage. And then we have Stealth Rock for hazard support, and then Sword Stance just to boost Garchomp's damage output against stuff like Alomomola. After an SD, I can actually 2 a KO Alomomola, but physically defensive. Stone Edge is there for the Noivern and the Enamorous Darien, and everything else is just, and for the Serena, and everything else just gets bopped by Earthquake. So, this is a very straightforward offensive Garchomp set. Rocky Helmet for additional chip against Pokemon like Sneasler, and even Rapid Spinning from like Serena. So, with 240 EVs in speed with a Jolly Nature, I outspeed Mew. With 32 EVs in defense, I guarantee avoid the Oko from a Tera fighting close combat from Sneasler if it's not like Choice Bandit or Life Orb. I can easily take that hit after a layer of spikes, and the rest is thrown into attack to boost Garchomp's damage output. So yeah, this is a very straightforward Garchomp set, and much else to say about that. Then we have my Chien-Pao, which is pretty much my wall breaker for the team, just to make things easier for Hisuian Lilligant. Crunch, Ice Spinner, Ice Shard, and Taunt. Taunt is basically just there to ensure stuff like Alomomola can't go for Wish, Mew can't go for like DD or whatever. If I have to taunt Mew and Mew goes left for like a Drain Punch or an Aura Sphere or whatever, and I have to sacrifice my Chien-Pao, I will take that. It's something I really do much about that, since Mew can be pretty annoying or pretty deadly if it does manage to get up a DD, which is why I have Taunt. But the Taunt is mainly just there mostly for the Alomomola. just so it can't like wish past to keep its team healthy. But yeah, this is a very straightforward Chanpal set, just my way of just chipping down his entire team with ice and dark coverage. 236 speed EVs it lets me guarantee outspeed a timid max speed Spectrier. It also allows me to guarantee outspeed a Jolly max speed Serena if it has a rapid spin, since I can't ice shard that Serena due to its ability Queenly Majesty. So I want to at the very least ensure I have a way of outspeeding that if it does manage to spin away my hazards, since I'm not bringing my ghost type. And the rest I just max attack and the rest is just thrown into defense. Nothing much I'll say about that. This is a very straightforward Pokemon. And then lastly is my Expert Belt Glomora, which is basically just here as a means of pressuring stuff like Enamorous, stuff like Serena, all that stuff. Sludge Bomb, Earth Power. Earth Power is there for the Heatran if it's not Sugar Berry or Air Balloon. Energy Ball allows me to hit. It gives me a stronger option against Tinglu. Granted, stronger is sort of meh in this sense because of a Vessel of Ruin, but it's something. And it also gives me a means of doing more damage to Alomomola. And then the fourth move I have here is Mortal Spin, just to ensure I have a way of spinning away Lars' own hazards, since he does have an option to hazard stack me with Tinglu. I obviously can't Mortal Spin on a Heatran, but if Heatran's not Sugar Berry or Air Balloon, then I don't have to worry about that. I can just pressure that thing with an Earth Power. So yeah, that is Glomora. This 184 EVs and speed lets me guarantee outspeed Heatran, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's Heatran, and then max special attack, and then 72 in defense just to take physical hits a little bit better. And then with Expert Belt, I can guarantee knock out a max HP Enamoristerian with Sludge Bomb, which I couldn't do if I didn't have that. So yeah, that out of the way, that is the team I'm bringing for week 1 of the PBA. So yeah, really looking forward to trying this team out. Hopefully we get to manage to pick up that week 1 W. And without the way, let's head on over to the battle. Alright guys, so here we are with the battle versus Lars and the Termanitar. I'm gonna butcher that name so much. Alright, so let me see, what did he not bring? Yeah, this is more or less what I was expecting. There's no Tinglu, okay, that's good to know. And there is no Enamorous. Okay, so that's another thing I don't have to worry about. But I got the other 4 correct. So, Sneasler, Spectrier, Mew, Heatran, Serena, and Alomomola. Alright, so I guess in the grand scheme of things, I guess the best lead for me here would just be to lead off with my Electros. It's a no drawback lead, as far as I'm concerned. And the fact that he did not bring Tinglu means that the Heatran is more than likely going to be Rocks, and it's going to be Setup Mew. Which is a problem, I'm not going to lie, it is a very big problem. Because that means that the Mew is a lot more setup oriented. If it's like DD, if it gets up like 2 DDs, I think I just straight up lose to that thing. But in any case, good luck, have fun to Lars. This is the first time I'm actually playing him, so this is going to be a very interesting matchup for sure. Not disregarding the Sneasler either because it's free Tera, but yeah, I'm really like, I'm nerve-sighted and I just don't want to get swept. Steve, is that the feature? It's the Mew. Okay, good lead. Like, I was debating leading off with Electros or Glomora, and I'm really glad I did pick Electros here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to immediately discharge just to like dissuade any setup. Like if it's DD, I want to get the chance to I want this thing paralyzed. He's just going to Will-O-Wisp, and he's going to unfortunately miss. I want to get off my discharge. Do I get the para? No para. So the fact that we see Wisp, okay, Will-O-Wisp, Mew, which is okay with me because I'm not attack invested, and like I don't really care. Like U-turn is just momentum and Dragon Tail is for phasing, so him burning me doesn't matter at all. So I'm gonna discharge again. Like, yeah, go ahead and burn me. I don't care. It's chip, yes, but I'd rather this thing get burnt than having to deal with Sneasler's Dire Claw, like putting me to sleep with everything. Okay, there's my para. There we go. Alright, so... of course, Synchronize doesn't work. Even if it did, Electrolytes can be paralyzed. I do take chip damage from the burn, which is okay. I think from here I'm just gonna go straight for the U-turn. Now that I got the yeah, exactly. Cause I got the paralysis on this thing, and me getting off chip on demonetize this Serena. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I get the momentum here, perfect. Very, very perfect. A part of me just wants to go out into my Glamora. I could also just go straight out into Chen Pao too if I really, really wanted to. Let's see. I think for safety purposes, I think I am just going to go straight out into the Chen Pao. Like, the worst thing that can happen in this situation is, basically he would be like Yachi Berry high jump kick. I don't really have a follow-up play if he does that, if he happens to be that particular set. I also expect him to just go straight out into Heatran too. The other thing I could do is go back into Electros, to be perfectly honest. But what does that get me? I can also go straight into Garchomp actually on the Heatran. So actually, let me see what he does here. So I'm gonna make the Garchomp double just to see if he does stay in. That means he was like Yachi Berry. So I just want to see what his follow-up what his response is to this, if he stays in or not. He is going to withdraw. Do we see the Heatran coming in? Momo. Is that Heatran? No, it's the Aloe. Okay. That also works. I'm okay with this. I can just going to get up my... do I want to get up my rocks? What does rocks help me with in this game? Well, residual chip is fine. I can also SD, to be really honest. Like, what's the worst thing this Alomola can do to me? So yeah, let's just SD. The other thing he could just do is straight up Baton Pass. Yep. So I could have got out my rocks. So let's see. I think the play he's going to go out into is the Sneasler. No, you would only go Sneasler if it's like have the way to knock me out in one hit. You could probably just go Serena too, just to guarantee he has the Earthquake resist. But I think if you go Spectrier, it's Wisp. It's probably going to be Will-O-Wisp and force me out. But now that I'm at +2, I don't think his Mew is able to take a +2 EQ, is the question. The only downside is if he burns me right here. Demonetize, so he gets back into Serena. I'm okay with that. It all just depends on whether or not I want to risk Stone Edge. Yeah, let's just go for it. If I'm able to get this thing chipped, that helps me out with my Vaporeon at the very least. I do land the Stone Edge. The 2-hit KO. He is going to Power Whip. He is going to miss! Oh my god, that's... Wow. Wisp miss and now Power Whip miss. That is not the best combination. That is a terrible, terrible mishap for him. So let's see. What does he go into now? I'm assuming his play is to go back into Aloe. No, he just gives me this. Okay, so first kill of the season is going to go to the Garchomp. So Garchomp KOs Serena with Stone Edge. Man, that sucks. So very lucky start for me at the beginning of this match. A Wisp miss and now a Power Whip miss. But if he did connect the Power Whip, that would just make EQ even freer. The other downside is he now gets to go out into either the Sneasler or the Spectrier now. Preferably Spectrier comes out. But yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, that sounds like Sneasler? Yeah, that's a Sneasler. I like the oh my god, I love Sneasler's animation. It is so cool, my god. Alright, so here's the thing. This is his Terramon. Now, what would he terastallize into is the question. Would he be Tera flying? That's actually a really good question. I want to force the Tera. If he's Tera Ice, that's okay. The other thing is here, I don't think it really matters. I kind of want to keep Chomp around, because if I keep Chomp, that gives me something for the Heatran. My other way of dealing with Heatran is, well, I have Vaporeon, so it's not that big of a deal. I kind of want a Stone Edge just to see if he's going to Tera. Let's just do it. It's a bit of a risky play, especially if he doesn't Tera. Oh, he U-turned. Oh, thank the Lord. He got the Poison Touch. That's unfortunate, which is good. So he's Protective Pads. Okay, I got information. I got information out of this. So someone's gonna take a Stone Edge here. The only reason why I clicked Stone Edge was I didn't know if he was gonna Tera or not. So he was gonna come out. I had another Stone Edge. All right, so he was just giving me this as a sack, which is fine. Because with Aloe gone, with Serena gone, Earthquake is free. So I'm just gonna click Earthquake here. No risk, no sense in I'm tempting fate here. So that's the second kill for the Garchomp here. So Garchomp, work early. Garchomp KOs Mew with Earthquake. I do take the poison damage. That's fine. So we do see Protective Pads. All right. So Sneasler comes back out. The fact that he's U-turn. If he's U-turn, that means he's not set up, which is good for me. That is realistically good for me. All right, so if he goes for close combat and he's choiced, right? This does force the Tera on my Lilligant. So yeah, let's just do that. I'll let him. Let's do whatever. Yeah, so he's going to Tera here to ensure that he can knock out my Garchomp. That's the only thing I can think of. Is he Tera flying? He is Tera fight. Okay, so I did have this sort of calc in my head that he would be Tera fighting Sneasler. So he is just going to knock me out here with a close combat. So I'm okay with that. So Sneasler KOs Garchomp with close combat. Alright, so Garchomp did work, which is fine. I'm totally okay with that. He's Poison Touch. I gotta keep that in mind. So let's go out into Urza. As much as I didn't want to go out into this so early, but I think that the best time is now. Best time to do this is now. So if you're going to Tera, I'm going to Tera, and I'm just going to go for the victory dance. Alternatively, I also could have just clicked close combat, to be perfectly honest. I didn't need to set up, but I realistically didn't need to set up, in all honesty. So, what would he go out into now? I think, if anything, he would go out into Aloe? No, he's just going to stay in. Okay, that's fine. So this is basically now just going to come down to me hitting my attacks. So there we see the Tera Ghost. So he should be choice in this sense. He's not choice. Okay. Okay, so he U-turned predicting me to Tera here. I could have been like on Tera Fairy. Would he be Scarf Spectrier though? That's the other thing. It's a tough one. That is a real tough one. Okay, hard Spectrier. I don't think I think I live, I'm pretty positive I live, Shadow Ball, because I'm max HP. Should I try it anyway? I mean, at this point I'm already committed to doing it now, so why the hell not? Oh my god, I hit! Oh my god, I fucking hit a move. Goodbye, Spectrier. Goodbye, Spectrier. Oh my lord. Hisuian Lilligant, KOs, Spectrier, Tera Blast. Heat Train comes out. I guess I just close combat this then, right? Let's see if I actually go for 2 with this Hisuian Lilligant. 2 for 2! Let's go! Let's go, Lilligant! No flame body. Oh my god. Hisuian Lilligant, KOs, Heatran with close combat. Sneasler comes back out. I don't want to lower my own defenses. Actually, wait, what am I saying? He can't close combat me. But I really don't want to, screw it. I'll just Tera Blast. I'm just gonna Tera Blast here. Like, there's no sense in me risking missing. I mean, and I still killed. Oh my god! I do not have that much attack investment. Oh my freaking god! Hisuian Lilligant is going in right now. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I was not expecting this to go this well. I was not expecting it to go this well. This is insane. 4 for 4. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. He is Rocky Helmet. Okay, that's fine. So we see Play Rough. I'll just close combat again. And that's gonna be the game. Oh my god, a 5-0 win. Jesus Christ. I'm speechless right now. I'm absolutely blown away with how fast this game went. Absolutely speechless with how fast this game went. I wasn't expecting it to go this well. Like, I had the win con going with Hisuian Lilligant, and I did not expect to hit 5 hustle boosted attacks in a row. And when I saw the things were just dropping left and right. Oh my god, that is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane how well that game went for me. Jesus Christ. I only used 4 Pokemon. Vaporeon never hit the field. Glamora never hit the field. I got super lucky at the beginning of the game with the Will-O-Wisp miss at the beginning with Electros. Which, like I said, it didn't matter because even though I had physical attacks, they weren't there for damage. It was just there for phasing and momentum purposes. Garchomp did insanely well. The Serena Power Whip did suck a lot. Because he would have been put in a position where if he could have terrored right away after Serena went down, or even save Mew for a different sack. But oh my god, Hisuian Lilligant in the first game of me using this Pokemon, 4 kills after 1 victory dance, and I wasn't even max attack investment. That is crazy. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me, guys. We pick up a 5-0 win to kick off the PBA season. GG to my opponent. Be sure to check him out. I will leave his link in the description so you can check out his side of the battle. And yeah, what more can I say? Hisuian Lilligant, victory was in the forecast for this battle. What else can I say? Hisuian Lilligant's a menace, and the fact that I got this thing round 6, it is absolutely insane. But I'm gonna leave it there at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure if you like this video, leave a like, drop a comment, click the subscribe button. I am so close to hitting 200 subscribers. It would mean a lot to me if I do hit that milestone. And yeah, that's gonna be enough from me. Hope you guys enjoyed again, and until next time, this is Tone signing out for now. Peace out.